Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, folks. Two lonely boys in a canoe. That's Trevor Ahlstrom. I'm Chris Evans.
Take that, Hootie and the Blowfish.
Take that, Foodie and the Faux Fish.
Nice. It's the food version.
That's the Japanese, a heavy metal version of Hootie and the Blowfish.
I could totally
Judy and the
that.
Joe Fish. It's a girl named Judy.
They would probably play for a band called Melted Banana.
Yeah,
That is a Japanese band, by the way, Melted Banana.
Oh, man. All right, welcome to the podcast, folks. It's great to be back here on a Sunday. Thank God for Sunday.
It's a post-Thanksgiving show.
Yeah, we're coming up into the Christmas time of year. The music's all over the radio. It's definitely getting cold outside. It's fucking... Next week, it's supposed to be like 40 degrees all week, but it's supposed to be raining.
Yep.
And
welcome to December, folks.
Yeah, the big issue is going to be ice on the road. You know, that's the biggest problem in
Driving
Eugene.
and also even just walking.
Well, especially with Eugene, like, the snow doesn't get ridiculous out here. Every once in a while it does.
But we do get ice.
But the ice is pretty constant every year.
And a lot of people don't drive slow enough, drive appropriately, or even just walking. I've seen people just trying to run on the ice.
Think of fucking slick concrete, it'll get you.
Yeah.
So if there's any advice we can give you, be careful out there.
Slow down.
Walk with your children and your dogs. Don't run.
Yeah, carry a good walking stick with you.
Right.
You never know. But let's see. Do you have any personal news you want to mention, or
What?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Personal news. Chris's personal news. I got a lighter.
all right.
Here.
Just an orange lighter. All right. Personal news for me. I have a blue lighter. Yay.
There you go.
We got, as he already did the weather, we got rain, increased security, a lot of people trying to ride the bus for free, and then security's like, no, it's just cold out. National news. A lot of reports of how with the weather changing and a lot of water running low in the Southwest, how governments and people are worried about just lack of water pretty soon in the Southwest, like Southern California, Arizona, Colorado,
It's a desert.
New Mexico. Yeah, it's the desert. You have a lot of people.
People always want water in the desert. And the areas they have too much water, they don't want all that water.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the fucked up part is we need to find a way with the areas that have more water to be able to get it to the areas that don't. So that's weird where you have laws that like you can't collect rainwater. What if we collected the rainwater from the places that fucking rained the most? And then we just constantly filtered it and sent it off and it's got to be a better use.
Yeah, and the temperature keeps rising. According to the United Nations, we're on track for the average global temperature to increase by 2.1 to 2.9 degrees Celsius by the year 2100, which will definitely cause, as you know, everything raises even a couple degrees. It can change and throw a lot of shit off.
It's hard because global warming is a thing, and it's going to happen in the next few hundred years, definitely, but it's going to get rough in the beginning. Our children's children will suffer the most.
Oh, yeah.
But
hopefully we'll
right
be
now,
dead by then.
it's just going to be hot. Double up on sunscreen and water.
Eventually. Yep. Read your Farmer Almanacs, folks.
Yep.
They're good
They have
books.
a lot of past history of storm systems and weather patterns are theoried to repeat themselves sometimes. So keep an eye on the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, and if it's an El Nino or a La Nina cycle year.
There's a whole website now for the Farmer's Almanac, which is really cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Used to just be a publication.
That's what I used to look at.
Yeah.
My grandpa had one. He'd
Oh,
look
yeah.
at. Yeah.
Got to keep an eye on the weather.
All right. So, world news. The World Cup that we don't care about, but soccer's all right. But the Saudi
Soccer's
Arabia,
okay.
it's all right. But Saudi Arabia just beat Argentina, which has a famous player, Messi, and they had gone 33 games undefeated.
Yeah.
So Saudi Arabia was a big underdog, but they managed to win. And then the Crown Prince Salam Ben Solom, who's one of the richest men in the world,
Ben Sama Lama Lama Lama.
yeah, probably related to Bin Laden somehow, both oil money. But he gave everyone a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
So,
Well, when you got that oil money,
yeah.
bitch, you cooking?
Don't drop that shit.
Got that yellow cake.
Yellow cake. Yeah. We could do. Want to talk about your TV review?
Yeah, I just finished up watching the final episode or the newest episode of Law and Order. So, I am very excited to announce that I've finished all 24 seasons up till the most recent one. It was a month and a half endeavor, but it was worth it. I really like that show. There's great stories. There's some bad ones. There's some bad cop humor. There's some good cop humor.
How many people did Ice-T smack?
Ice-T smacked them all, man. I watched a music video the other day of him with his group playing a Suicidal Tendencies song.
Cover.
Institution, and it's hilarious because Ice-T's just doing Ice-T stuff.
Him and his group Body Count.
Yeah. And
the rap
people are just
group.
fucking with him. He's just trying to be, and people are always fucking with him, man. He can't let Ice-T
What's
just
the
be
password?
Ice-T.
I don't know what the password is.
Yeah, one of the skits was that he forgot his password to his email, which happens to everybody.
Oh, happens to me too.
Well, with emails and passwords and all the passwords you need to remember nowadays, because there's a password for everything.
Yes.
You know, and you can't make all your passwords the same because that's just not smart. But it's tough. You know, if you have 13 passwords, you know, there's a possibility you're not going to remember them all.
Yeah, it's annoying when you. Yeah, it is annoying, but sometimes you have to have it to access some information nowadays. Like you can't just call them like, yeah, it's me. It is.
Yeah.
It is. I am Frank. And they're like, all right, Frank. Blah blah blah. But yeah. But we want to talk about Yellowstone though itself.
Yeah. I started watching the show Yellowstone. I kind of met this girl Amy, and we've been hanging out here lately. And she wanted to watch it, and I was like, yeah, we can get into that. So we've been watching the last few episodes. It's okay. I feel like the story is hopefully going to get better.
You want to give a background real quick on it?
Yeah, it's Kevin Costner living up in the Montanas, and he runs a ranch. And
So Western themed.
yeah, he's a badass cowboy in the modern day age, and he's kind of warring right now with the tribe out there. They're kind of fighting over cattle and stuff like that. And people are getting shot, you know, because especially out in these rural areas, a lot of the cops, you know, keep to themselves and they don't really call in a lot of outside help. So it's a lot of they've just burned a body on the second episode. I was like, oh shit! So they're cremating people. But yeah, no, it's a pretty cool show. Maybe 6 out of 10. For now, the first seasons are always kind of rough.
6 out of 10 corrals or pitching.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because I think the story's going to get better, but I always think a show really suffers in the first season because they're trying to establish characters.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes that takes time. But other than that, cool show. Amy's a pretty cool chick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, something I have is related to that. Montana, one of the tribes that lives there, besides the Sioux, is the Cree. And the Cree is a big tribe that's throughout the Rocky Mountains area, but also the Northern Plains and a big chunk of central and eastern Canada. Mm-hmm. And Cree, big band, big group, hunter-gatherers, and then they got into trading when the Europeans showed up and fucked things up.
They were kind of fighting with the Pawnee out there.
Yeah, and they were fighting, and they had issues with the Sioux and a lot because they were huge. It was like 320,000.
Well, what ended up happening was when they pushed westward with the Americas, they shoved all the Indians basically into the Northwest. Some of them stayed in the South, some of them stayed, you know, along California, but they were being pushed westward. And so you had all these warring tribes trying to fight over hunting areas and you know, campgrounds and all sorts of stuff, just because they had limited resources. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, Cree. There's a the album review I want to do is from a group from the Cree Nation, and their name is called Young Spirit, and they've been around since late 90s, early 2000s. First album I could find came out in 2002, but they put all their albums on YouTube. So the band is Young Spirit, and then the album is called Nichmas Cree Round Dance Songs, and the song is Old Faithful. And they're a group that travels from the Rocky Mountains and the north central plains of Canada.
Right.
And yeah, it's a good album. I've seen videos where live they will have dancers that dance in a circle, in a drum circle, and they'll have a group of people, sometimes anywhere from 5 to 20 people, that will do different drumming rhythms, and they'll sing in different keys. But unlike the drum hippie circle you'll hear downtown Eugene, these people actually know what they're doing, and they've been practicing, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Old Faithful is the song.
I think that a lot of the Native American music always comes with some showmanship because it's a part of the culture.
Yeah.
You know, you
It's a
can't
big deal.
just beat the drums and not dance to it. But some of the best shows I've ever seen, especially in Florida, the Seminole Tribe, they usually do dances. And when I went on a field trip to an area, the Seminole Tribe women did a
Reservation?
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. You get to see that, and it's kind of lost amongst a lot of people because the Native American culture has just been bred out of them, unfortunately.
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't want Native Americans to be Native Americans. They want Native Americans to be white people that pay taxes.
Yeah.
So that's been the problem since the beginning of time, man, is that we came over here, kicked them out of their homes, kind of fucked them over, and have stolen their land. So that's kind of what this show Yellowstone talks about, is like the Native Americans
Yeah.
kind of pushing back.
Can't just have John Wayne coming in there, hey, they're a pilgrim.
No, it is true.
Yeah, no, it is true.
Because what are you to do with all these Native people that have money now? They have the money to fight back.
Now through casinos and other
Different
means. Yeah.
Their biggest problem is population right now. They don't have a huge population. So they're getting their numbers up.
And also it's hard to, there's a lot of people that are like half native and half something else, and a lot of them don't necessarily qualify to be part of the
for a
tribe.
lot of
Yeah.
the reparations and stuff.
And the benefits of being part of the tribe.
Yeah, because you have to be like at least 1/8 or something, or a certain percentage of your blood has to be native.
Yeah, and you have to be able to prove it.
Yeah, through DNA testing or something else, which is also just kind of ridiculous that like you have to prove that, because even if you aren't 100% native, what if you grew up in a reservation on with family members and they were all Native American? Like, who's to tell you that you weren't Native American because you're just 1/16? Like, that's weird.
That's weird. It's definitely I don't know. In that case, you just have too many chiefs and not enough Indians. So
You just got people that are greedy too, man.
yeah,
They don't want to give Native Americans more than what they need. It's fucked up.
that was fucked up.
All right, Trevor, what else do we got? I know we got some subject matter.
We do. We got the orangutan prostitute you showed me.
Yeah.
I didn't see this personally, folks. I did not personally see
Trevor
the
went
orang-
down to TJ and he checked this out for himself.
You know, it was a good weekend.
So I think it was in the 2000s. There was this group of armed militia
In
that
Indonesia.
that were going in Indonesia to liberate basically a camp. And in this camp were a bunch of prostitutes. And amongst the prostitutes, there was a monkey, an orangutan that had been taken out of the forest, shaved down, and performed sex acts, was forced to perform sex acts
And you'd have
for
palm oil.
the men from
the workers.
the tribe and the workers.
You'd
and,
have
you
like
know.
palm oil workers there. He said big palm oil fields. I guess. Yeah.
And so these guys would come in and they would pay extra for the
Sexual acts of this
sexual
female
acts with the
orangutan.
monkey, because it was It's a niche service. You know, it wasn't
they-
a lot of monkeys
and they-
sucking dick, I guess.
And they were way out in a rural part of Indonesia where you didn't have regular law enforcement. And, you know, like, if you were in a bigger city, it'd probably be a little easier, like, hey, that's fucked up. But way
Yeah.
out in a village where everyone's just running around with
And
AKs.
the saddest part was that the villagers had become so reliant on the income from
Yeah.
the whorehouse with
Yes.
the monkey
It-
that they begun to
Chase-
worship. They began to worship the monkey as like a money god.
Yeah, and they would, when people try to stop it, they chase them out with machetes and guns.
Yeah, the farmers and the fucking townspeople would get together when they tried to liberate the monkey, and they'd attack people. So finally, the monkey was liberated, but the problem was breaking the monkey of its sexual habits. You know, it took years, and she didn't trust men for a very long time.
Understandable.
Yeah, because not only was she forced into sex acts, the monkey was so debilitated that, like, the one person that could make her eat was her mistress. So her mistress would come to feed her, but when her mistress would come to feed her, she'd mess herself and she'd get all crazy, and
Yeah.
because they used to beat the shit out of the monkey.
Yeah, so PTSD.
Yeah, so eventually, through time and better behavior, and, you know, obviously teaching the monkey that that's not what it's meant to do, the monkey got rehabilitated. But it's just fucked up what people do. You know, I guess if you have anything that is a wet hole, somebody will probably find a way
Yep.
to sell it as a fucking vagina.
That's some real monkey business right there.
You're not wrong, sir. And fuck those people. Fuck those people for making
Yeah.
that monkey do that. If the women of the village have made the conscious decisions to whore themselves, that's fucking what it is. But you're forcing an animal to do sex that it doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you imagine just that being a human.
It's forced bestiality.
Yeah, and
Forced bestiality, yeah.
people don't understand that you can't do that to animals and you can't do that to people. You know, it's
Yeah.
the same wrong no matter what.
I'm sure LGBTQ will eventually try to add bestiality on that list. Like, well, what if you love this animal?
Again,
like
know,
you said, it's a slippery slope. Like
it's a
with
very slippery
pedophiles,
slope.
people
Pedophilia,
that want to fuck animals.
bestiality, you know,
People want to fuck rocks.
everybody
trees.
wants to be free, man. But having everybody just do a bunch of random chaotic shit is good for nobody.
No.
You know, and people need to be kind of reined in, because if you just have a bunch of people fucking animals, there's gonna be a lot of disease and a lot of fucking crazy mishaps.
Yeah.
Where there was a dude again that got fucked by a horse. I was watching the thing, Mr. Hand. It
Yeah.
was a thing from the 2000s. Where
Yes.
this guy, it was an internet.
I looked
video.
that up and that popped up in my video.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And this
Mr.
dude
Hand.
got fucked to death by a horse from
Mm-hmm.
internal damage. So people just, you know, stick to fucking people, man. You know, be careful out there. Don't go fucking animals. What the hell is wrong with y'all? I don't know. Life's crazy.
Don't fuck animals. Monkey business, don't fuck animals.
I don't know.
Natives will figure it out.
The world is a vampire.
Yeah.
It's sent to drain.
Yeah, I want the banana to peel a banana and put its lips on that banana, not my banana. Wrong type of banana.
Right?
Yeah. Monkeys for nothing and chimps for free, bud. I'm swinging through these monkey jokes. All right. So I'm getting it back, folks.
There you go. He's
back.
getting his rhythm. He's practicing his jabs. His Jake jabs.
Yeah.
Oh, and on another news, my
Yes.
eyes almost healed up.
Yay.
Black eyes almost gone, baby.
That's right. He definitely looked like he got into it with
A homeless guy again.
a homeless guy, or he was beating on Rihanna or Whitney Houston or
That's the problem, is that nobody in the world looks good with a black eye.
nobody. I've had black eyes too and look bad.
You just can't, there's no
No.
way to make it look good. You just have to deal with it, and once it gets better, you'll feel better.
Because
But
a lot of people usually assume when you have a black eye that you got into a fight.
You got into a fight and you lost.
And I've had a black eye and won the fight.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you have a black
Just
eye.
takes one good thump from a hammer,
Yep,
a fist,
yep.
a
So-
2x4, whatever.
Just be careful out there, folks. Your eyes are very sensitive.
Very important.
Yeah.
See, eye safety.
A couple.
Wear safety glasses if you need to,
a
folks.
couple of inches north, if it didn't hit my cheek, it might have just slammed me in the eyeball, and I probably would have broke my eye socket. But since it hit my cheek, I had a lot of cushion there. You know, I got the chubby cheeks. It just kind of bounced and it left a welt. You know, I got a little swollen welt. Other than that, I'm alive.
See what would happen if you ate less peach rings? You would have had that cheek fat to save it.
Exactly. The fat boy physics save lives, folks.
I think I've put on a few extra pounds too now, and I definitely would help out. Like, thank you, Swedish Fish and Cheez-Its. You saved my cheeks.
Right.
We got, let's see. We could talk about lights on versus lights off chicks.
Yeah. Yeah, we came up with this concept the other day. It's so true, though. You know, you have certain girls that you date in your life, and there's definitely certain girls you want to see.
The hot chicks.
Yeah,
lights on. Hot chicks or lights on chicks.
You want to see the body. Yep. You want to see the pussy. You want to see their face.
Maybe not hear all of her opinions on life, but you want to see.
Well, you want to see what happens, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's other chicks, you know, just like men, I suppose. Some are probably better with the lights off, you know, having a good feeling.
Yeah, the chicks that aren't quite as good looking, a little more frumpy. They tend to have Dawson Creek in the background.
And that's no knock on frumpy chicks or chicks that
they can be fun.
Dude, I have had some of the best times with girls that didn't look as good. But I've also had great times with girls that were average.
But Chris likes to have his lights on. I prefer my lights off.
Well, I think I like to see what's happening. My whole fear when I'm having sex is that I'm going to stub my toe or something, or I'm going to hurt myself. Because it's happened before. People have always liked the lights off, and I'm kind of just like, it's too dark in the room. I don't want to try to operate with no vision. So, you know, I'd rather...
You want to be a smooth operator?
Well, God forbid you are in bed with a crazy person. What are you going to do if they fucking slice your throat?
And you can't see because it's there, yeah.
What the fuck are you going to do?
Well.
So I'd rather see it coming. Get it? Coming?
Yeah. It'd be like, hey, it's like that Hamill Burst joke about, he's like, yeah, man, I was trying to make out with this fat chick and then the car accident happened. And, you know, if I had died... It would have been bad because, like, oh, I heard Hannibal died. He's making out with this chicken that got killed in a car accident. What'd she look like? They look at her. Ooh. Sorry about Hannibal, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of like get caught if you got caught making out with a really ugly chick. Kind of like
I think that we all date who's interested in us at certain points.
It happens.
But I think that it's awkward when you're dating a person and your friends are making fun of you for it.
Yeah,
that's kind of rough.
It's kind of like what's
and I think it happens both with men and women.
Yeah,
when
there's definitely
dating a guy that her
way
friends think
below.
That
ugly guy, hot chick.
They talk shit. And
but if he has enough money, then it's all good. Then the friends hang out too.
Sometimes. Yeah. But I also think it happens with women or with men. Where, you know, you bring a girl around and you're kind of into her, and then all your friends start making fun of you because she's chubby or something like that, and then you're just like, fuck you guys.
Man, you're jealous of these lips of hers. She likes to put things in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But, speaking of sexual things and holes, let's talk about interdimensional portals.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to the other one. So this is a topic that my boss at work, Jeremy, wanted me to do for a month, and I keep forgetting about it. So
now we're doing it.
But yeah, so the whole scenario is you're just randomly out somewhere like in the woods, and you see this random portal to another dimension.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'd probably.
And forgive us if we have talked about it before, but.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it before.
Have we?
Yep. But it's okay. I think I'd throw something on a string in it. You know?
Yeah, paracord, or take a really long stick, like a long branch.
Poke at
so you're in the forest.
Yeah, we've talked about this, definitely.
I couldn't remember if I had.
Yeah, no, you're fine. But yeah, I'd throw something in it that is weighed and probably stringed up and hopefully get it back undamaged. If that is a thing, then I'll probably stick something else in it and then, you know, test the hole. You got to test the holes.
You know what I'd want? You know those trash pick wrappers, but a really long pole that you just a little mechanical thing to pick up something. So if you can see through there, just kind of pick up something and then pull it out.
Well, the real thing to do would be to have a camera on a stick or something. You know,
Camera and a stick. Also, a good idea would be like a long fishing net. Have a long fishing net, just kind of.
well, I think you're Looney Tunesing it still too much. I think logically, you want to see on the other side besides sticking your head in.
I don't want
So-
to put my head. I would do the
No.
camera on a pole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, because that would give you a video feed, and then you could possibly see if it's even worth a manned exploration. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we're giving an updated one on it.
Yeah.
So, I have heard
But I
some
think
funny.
that is the most logical thing. You know, you figure out if it's worth the experience.
People that just want to jump in like my boss, you're crazy.
Well, you
Don't-
can jump in. You'll find out. But what if the other side is off of a building? You know, you're
Yeah.
just jumping off of a building.
What if it's a
pretty much.
giant fiery dimension? Like, yeah.
Or what if it's a dimension filled with wet pussy? Like you
You
don't
don't know.
know.
You don't
so
know.
you gotta test the waters.
It could be Cheddar Island, and then I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll stay here. Yeah, be added to it.
It's okay.
We could also do, is your idea, ordering a sexual massage happy ending at a Chinese restaurant
Yeah, I
and
just.
seeing what would happen.
Well, I thought it'd be really hilarious to go into a Chinese food restaurant and be like, "Hey, I know you guys do food, but I want a massage." And they'd be like, "We don't do massages." And I'll be like, "I know you know somebody. I need a good massage." You know, and they're just like, "Well, I got a cousin." You know,
Hold on, I know a lady. Ooh.
there's got to be a family member or a distant somebody that
Yeah.
knows. You know
Do you want me to call Aaron?
what?
Want me to call Aaron?
Sure. Is he off for work?
Probably.
Trevor's gonna try to call in his buddy Aaron and see what he's up to today.
If
This is the
not-
same dude who has a cat cult living amongst his.
Yes, the dead
home.
cats up in the mountains of
He
Southern
constantly has
California.
problems with people launching dead cats at his place. I think they got a catapult.
Probably. And they have caterpillars crawling around with. It's all good. And no dice. That's okay. That's all right.
No Andrew Dice Clay.
No Andrew dice.
Please leave a massage for.
We'll say something funny.
No. I don't want to leave him a message. Why would I want to do that? It'd be weird. Trevor's playing with his phone. He's like trying to get this buddy of his to.
And
call
now
in.
my screen isn't working. Trying to swipe up. It's just not.
Turn off the screen real quick, and then open it back up. There you go.
Hey, what's up? Hey, are you off work?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I just got home maybe 10 minutes ago.
All right. Well, welcome to the podcast, Aaron.
Oh, I thought it was 7.
Well, we decided to do it early.
Oh, nice.
Is that mug empty, Chris?
Nope.
Okay.
Just hold it up, motherfucker.
All right. We're good. All right, Aaron. What's going on? Anyone leave any dead cats at your place in the last week, or?
No dead cats this week.
Come on, man. You gotta tell us about this cat cult you got going on around you.
We think.
I mean, the same one's still down there.
Oh man, you haven't buried it yet?
That's awesome.
No, I'm just gonna let it fucking
Let nature
take
do it.
its
There
course,
you
dude.
go. Pretty metal.
We
Pretty
always
metal.
end up as a grease stain on the concrete.
I feel a.
So what are you fucking Organians up to, dude?
We're chilling out, man. It's cold as hell up here.
It's been raining, and even the people, there's drum circles and tie dyes have been hiding. So
Oh yeah.
it's been a lot more chill.
The homeless are getting desperate.
Yeah, there's a lot more people on the bus getting thrown off all the time now. Like, you used to be like once a week, but there was one week it was almost every day. Like, there was a cop car just pulling a bus over and kicking a homeless guy off the bus. Like, damn.
These motherfuckers couldn't stay warm to save their lives.
No, they could not.
Well, it's just a lot of people are overdose or just like piss everywhere or something always happens. So,
Right.
I keep telling Trevor he needs to get a fucking car and stop busting it everywhere.
trying, man.
You're trying to make an excuse.
Had more parking. Anyways, so how was work today, Aaron?
It's pretty good. Fucking, it's the bar chilling.
Aaron is, folks, one of his jobs is he's a bartender.
Yeah, I did it for a few years, man. Bartending can be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I'm pretty burnt. I'm pretty tired,
Oh, yeah. Fucking slinging drinks will do it to you, man. People don't realize how much fucking activity's behind a bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I see
and
it.
my bar opened early. We opened at fucking 10 o'clock this morning, dude.
Wow.
On a Sunday, damn.
Yeah, no, that happens, man. Drinking on the weekend, especially during football season.
Do you guys do meals too? So are there people ordering eggs with their beer?
Yeah, we have caterers and shit like that,
Gotta have food at the bar, man.
Yeah, we got taco people and shit, Fucking sometimes my buddy will make sandwiches or some shit like that.
Taco people.
Yeah. That's how a lot of places make their fucking money, man. It's drinks and food and drinks.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got any bad jokes for us, Aaron?
Fuck, let's think.
I got one for you.
I know I heard one recently, but I don't know if I remembered, I'll probably fucking ruin it,
It's okay.
If I remember it, I'll bring it up.
All right, one I got is, what do you call a French person from the 17th century with not much money?
What?
Baroque.
Stupid.
History joke. Let's go. There you go.
I got one.
All right.
So a Catholic priest walks into a kindergarten class, and the teacher says, "There's no religion allowed in school. Get out of here."
Did you make that one up?
Yeah.
That was a good one. All right, the Thanksgiving one I made up Friday was what do you call a male turkey that likes to check out the female turkeys too much?
Trevor?
Well, besides that.
What do you call
What do
it?
you call it?
A peeping Tom. The male term for turkeys is a Tom.
Old Tom
I
Turkey.
made that up Friday. Yeah.
Trevor's so clever.
That's right. I do like the priest one. Unless, of course, it's a Catholic school, and then all the kids are fucked. Yeah, literally. But yeah. Oh, so Aaron, we did find a story about an orangutan in Indonesia that was being used as a prostitute. What do you think?
Yeah?
And then all the locals wanted to keep it to be fucked by all the workers and the other militia members because it brought a lot of money out there.
The money was too good for the monkey to go.
Yeah. So it ended up being a massive sting operation. What's that?
I have some questions regarding this orangutan.
All right, ask away.
Go ahead.
Male or female orangutan?
Female.
Female.
Is it female?
Female. Yep.
How old was this orangutan?
She was like 6.
A couple of years, yeah.
Well,
Fuck,
from
dude.
2 to 6. But I mean, ages of orangutans are not as old as humans, but it would be like fucking a kid.
and they fucking shaved it so it'd feel more like a woman.
They put jewelry and makeup on this orangutan too. They showed pictures of this. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, was it a hot orangutan?
I didn't think so, but I'm not attracted to orangutans, so.
Well, people would pay more. There were whores in the village, but people would pay more to fuck the monkey.
Yeah, the orangutan. They were horny Indonesian men that were all about it. So, yeah.
It's probably like if you go to Tijuana and there's like a bunch of hooker stalls,
And
and
then
then
the
there's
donkey.
one guy that's like, "Hey, you want to come see a donkey show?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you say a bunch of hooker stalls?
Yeah, man.
Hooker
There's probably
stalls.
hooker houses or whatever.
Hooker stalls, it's like their own toilet, and they have their own little. They have their own little area.
That's how much fucking room they have is a porta johns worth.
Yeah, hooker stalls. And then,
Did they have to pay rent for those stalls?
Of course.
or they have to.
You ever
go,
seen the whorehouses in India, man? They're
seen
literally
pictures.
hundreds of small rooms.
Yes, it's crazy.
Honestly, I was unaware there were even whorehouses in India.
Yeah, man, and it's fucking crazy. There's literally $1 and $2 prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, and these girls usually are like the ones that nobody wants because either they're old or they've been damaged or cut the fuck
Or
up
they're too
something.
young.
Well, no, the younger ones tend to go for more and shit.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe the soup
Well, it's a
ground.
fucking $2 prostitute, dude.
Yeah, no, and it's crazy because there's this one fat bitch who's like the madam, and she controls all the ugly chicks, and then they never get out from under because they don't make enough money.
Yep.
Right. As it should be, you know. They're fucking $1 or $2 prostitutes.
It's crazy, man, because it's not
Hooker
like
salts.
they're the negotiators. They're the fucking wet holes and stuff, you know.
Yep.
They say, "What do you think you're worth?" Fucking get $1.
$2.50.
I would say I'm probably at least $3, maybe $3.12, $3.11,
I'm fucking.
$3.11.
I'm
the
fucking
color
worth nothing. I'm worthless.
So you're like the price of like a fucking
I'm $3.11.
You know that candy wrapper that a guy dropped like 7 days ago and everybody's been stepping
No,
on?
I would probably be like an Almond Joy. Chris would be like the candy wrapper you find.
Yeah, no, I'm like the candy wrapper that's been in the fucking corner of the trash can for like 2 weeks and it just has been stuck and hasn't moved. That's me right now.
You guys are the Ferrero Rochers. Those things are fucking good. You guys might fucking get some good head, dude.
There you go. What about you, Aaron? How much do you think you'd be worth as a hooker?
As a hooker?
Yeah, we all had our own hooker stalls.
Hooker or escort?
Same fucking thing. All right, escort. If it helps your self-esteem out, escort.
He's a high dollar escort.
A lady of the night, a mistress of the night. If you
Well,
want
first
to
of
call
all,
it.
he's not a woman, Trevor. He'd
No,
be a
but plus
gentleman caller.
Okay, you'd be a gigolo. All right,
I'd be a mister of the night.
Exactly.
All right, Mr. of the Night.
Mr. Knight, they call him.
Mr. Cornhole Alice. They call him. Corrales is his last name.
Dude, I'd say I'm at least fucking like a $10 hand job. You
Ooh,
know?
there you go.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. There you go.
Hell yeah, man. The price just went up.
The price is right. Ah! That's funny. All of a sudden, Alex Trebek is there for some reason, and it's a bad game show with the hooker stalls. And you're like,
Alex
what is going
Trebek
on?
was the man, dude.
Yeah.
It was Bob Barker. He was the funny one.
Bob Barker.
Always get your pet spayed and neutered. Every dog in America was like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, that was his mission.
Dead.
Yeah, he's dead now. He's dead as hell. He was also in Happy Gilmore fighting Adam Sandler.
That's the funniest part is he went to dog hell. You know, with all
Yes.
the nut sacks of the dogs he helped
Yes, all the mean dogs. Yeah, no, he fought Adam Sandler.
Damn, Trevor, you're losing steam.
I'm trying. Hooker stalls.
He's like,
trying.
Adam Sandler.
I'm trying, folks. I was doing good earlier. I made a lot of monkey jokes earlier. I was
You
doing
called
good.
Aaron because you were all hyped up, and now you're getting all quiet.
Aaron, you gotta hype me up, man. Aaron,
Shit.
you're the hype man. Let's go.
Sorry, I was getting distracted by my cat.
Hell
Ah.
yeah! Don't kill that cat.
Don't have another dead cat in the driveway.
No. Yeah, I just got home. I haven't been home in like 5 days.
Damn.
So where you been sleeping?
I was at my parents' house for a couple nights.
Okay.
And I was at and then last night I stayed the night at my buddy's place by the bar.
Just
My little cat.
surfing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I've been there.
Gas is so expensive. It's not worth it for me to backtrack.
Ooh, that's a good one, bro. What's
Gas.
gas? What's gas
In
around where you-
SoCal. Yeah, what's it in the San Diego area? I know you're east.
The cheapest I saw gas for was in the Inland Empire in Victorville.
Uh-huh.
In Temecula, I saw it for $4.49.
Okay.
We got 483 right now.
We're
Almost $5.
We're similar. Sounds like we're similar. But what's the most expensive you've seen?
Oh, up here in Julian, the town that I live in.
Because you're more out there.
It was like, I think the expensive one was like $5.99.
Yeah, I
No.
think like being in the city or whatever, there's like another dollar difference or something like that. Because it's
You don't have to
usually
travel as far.
certain gas stations are like, you know,
It's
a
easier to
fucking
get to.
Amco
Also,
or some
too,
shit.
if you go to like an Indian reservation, they'll have like cheaper gas and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So
Something
true.
like that,
Cheaper
you know?
smokes and cheaper gas.
I talked about native music earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor did an album review on a Native American
The
album.
Cree. The Cree. His band Young Spirit, the album Nietzsche's Cree, round dance songs Song Old Faithful was good. Like people in a circle with the different drum beats, people singing, people dancing. It was good.
Chanting and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a
Hell
number
yeah.
one hit, man. If you watch the Family Guy skit on the native radio, and for the 200th week in a row, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
Man, one day I was down in this area called Lakeside.
Okay.
And there's these fucking Indian motherfuckers, you know, natives or whatever.
Native
Yeah.
Americans, good sir.
And they fucking they were jamming out to that shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was like, God damn, this shit sucks.
I don't
I
mind
like it, man.
I don't mind
know.
it.
I think it's interesting because like you don't hear that kind of music, man. You know, it's
If
like
you-
it's its own thing. You know,
So yeah, you hear it.
You want to know why you don't hear it and why they don't play it on the radio?
because they murdered all the people that
Yeah,
played it.
they murdered them, and people need to smoke more weed. If they smoke more weed, that's how I found it. I was getting high, and I found it.
Oh yeah.
These fu-
Get down with the
damn-
spirit animal,
these
brah.
fucking engines, dude.
Well, that was the problem. Is they were like, man, these motherfuckers are getting in the way of progress. We need to either change them or we're gonna kill them.
You're either gonna die or you're gonna be one of us.
In the white man's defense. I
But
don't
you're
think
Mexican
it's
and Jewish,
ever.
Aaron.
What'd
Huh?
you say? Hold on. What was it?
What's that? It said in the white man's defense, I'm pretty sure they didn't know that they were carrying disease. They just kind of brought it with themselves.
I think they both had disease, man. I think the Europeans came over with a little bit of something, and I think the Native Americans had a little bit of something.
Well, yeah, even if you still go overseas today, you still have to fucking get all these fucking shots.
Shots
Yeah.
and
You know?
immunizations,
It happens.
Yeah, for shit. For shit.
tuberculosis or whatever.
If you were just to go over there as you were right now, you'd probably fucking die.
Yeah, I had to stand in line a
There's
bunch.
like 12 shots you need to get to go to Africa.
Yeah,
You got to get malaria, fucking. There's a bunch of them.
I had to stand in line
Half of
with.
them are in your dick.
Yeah.
A lot of them are in your ass, but 3 of them are in your dick hole.
Oh man.
A giant needle. The doctor
Right up
turns
the
around.
urethra.
The doctor turns around. There's a 12-inch needle. You're like, Doc, I only got a 3-inch dick. You know.
And then Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue comes in the background. Dr. Feelgood. And the guy's just screaming with his steel
Hot
going up his-
nurses in there laughing.
Yeah, just giant steel go up your urethra like.
So you want to know what album I listened to the whole way through last week, dude?
Would you
Motley
listen to?
Crue.
Yeah, it wasn't. I've been listening.
He
to
loves the
Crew,
80s. All right.
But fucking, I was listening to fucking the first Skid Row album, dude.
Oh,
you
shit.
go.
Damn.
That shit fucking rocks, dude.
Yeah, Skid Row's pretty awesome.
Which album?
This is called Skid Row. It's
Their
Yeah.
first ones have to be. Okay. What year do you think is that? Like 80, 81?
that was '89.
Nice.
89. Oh. that's
Yeah,
so
man,
early.
and there's just so many of those groups that like there were so many badass 80s groups that kind of got overshadowed because they were just a certain niche at the time, I guess.
And then grunge and other things happened.
Yeah, hair metal was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, but you know, fucking, that's the album that has like Youth Gone Wild and fucking 18 in Life and shit.
Oh, yeah. Definitely songs I've heard on the radio.
It opens up with a song called Big Guns. That song fucking rocks. It ends with a fucking song called Midnight.
There you go.
Dude, that fucking, listen to that shit when you get off there, dude. That
Special
shit
guest
fucking rocks.
album review.
There you go.
There you
I
go,
like it.
Skid
Oh,
Row.
yeah.
What song do you think? Particular song you recommend?
Like I said, the first song that fucking goes on is fucking Big Guns. That song's fucking rocks,
Big Guns.
dude.
Okay.
All right.
There's another. The hits on that fucking album are like the singles that came out were like 18 in Life.
Yep.
I Remember You. What was the other one? Youth Gone Wild. But fucking my three top songs on that album. Like I said, Big Guns. There's another song called Here I Am. And then Midnight or Tornado. It's badass, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Rockers, dude.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
Rock and
and roll.
It's seriously one of those albums you can listen to the whole way through and not skip a song.
There you
I
go.
love that shit because then you can just drive, you know what I mean? You can
just
throw on
focus.
an album and you
Yeah.
can just drive and fucking every song you're just like, how? I remember this one.
Or at work too, you can just cruise right through a project or something.
Yeah. You don't have to fucking look at your phone
Yeah.
Have it
Yeah.
on a CD. You don't have to fucking be like, oh, this song sucks, skip. You know. Like,
Yeah.
That's one of the most fucked up things is when you have a CD that, or just an album, I guess, that has a couple of really great songs, but then the rest of it is shit.
Yeah.
So you really have to like pick and choose what you're listening to. That's fucking aggravating.
Well, at least we don't have to fucking listen to 8 tracks anymore. You know.
Yeah, dude. You imagine
8 tracks.
lugging around fucking an 8-track player and shit?
But an 8-track you can't skip, dude. You have to listen to all this shit songs before you can
Yeah.
listen to like the one that you want. You know.
A fucking record, you know? He's running around fucking scratching records.
Or there you go.
So funny. And I always loved because there was a point in time where like somebody said, man, records are never going out of style. And then there's another dude, man, 8-tracks are going to be forever. And someone's like, fucking tape, cassettes, that's the newest thing ever. You know, like everybody's
I'm sure if you go back 100,000 years, be like, man, drum circles around the fire, that's never going to go out of style.
Hey, you fucking live up in Oregon or fucking Venice, dude. Never went out of style there.
There's just too many people trying to do it all the time. It's like, hey, there's another drum circle tomorrow. And you're just like,
Endless drum circles and
why the
endless
fuck are you
bad
guys doing
mushrooms.
drum circles every day of the year? We got nothing better to do.
Humboldt County was that way too. Arcata, all the time.
Right? Truly oil and fucking drum circles.
But you go one town down south and it's just meth and shitty rap.
I remember,
and some metal.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I remember my buddy.
That sounds like a good time.
it had its moments, but yeah.
I remember my fucking buddy went down to a drum circle down on Miami Beach one time, and it was a bunch of people drinking, and they weren't playing drums, and he's a hippie, and so he's trying to get it going, and nobody gave a fuck, and so he's like, I don't know, there was bad vibes at that drum circle, I had to leave, and I was like, it just wasn't a drum circle, man, it was people drinking on a beach.
And maybe one drunk guy was just hitting on his stomach and yelling, "Oh!" Like, oh, what's going on here?
Right.
Like, take
Drum
that
circles.
hippie shit somewhere else. Sometimes people just want to get drunk and hang out.
We all need to realign our chakras real quick. Let's go. Or like, get out of here. Don't drink fluorinated water.
Well, he's a yoga instructor too, so he's a fun dude.
Okay. Go on though. Aaron, when's the last time you were in a drum circle?
I don't think I've ever been in a fucking drum circle, dude.
I think I've been in like 2, and sometimes they're fun, but most of the time they're about 2 to 3 minutes of cool, and then afterwards it just starts to get annoying.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've like walked past drum circles in like fucking like Golden Gate Park and like
Yeah.
Venice
Yeah.
and shit like
Yeah.
that, you know. But like, no, that's just not my thing, you know. Fucking you fucking cat, goddamn.
Oh, no.
She knew you're gonna kill her and put in her driveway. Ah!
Scratch the shit out of my leg right now.
Yeah, I know that
Damn it.
feeling, man. Our fucking cat will attack you for no reason.
Are you're gonna have to clip her nails, Aaron?
No, I'm not doing that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they have a scratching post to keep those things down, you know.
Well, the scratching post actually sharpens them.
Yeah, that's why they do it. That's why you gotta clip the nails, man. You're gonna get like intact to fish hooks otherwise.
Yeah, that'll be alright.
He's like, I'm waiting for her to nick a vein before I start bitching. And
Yeah.
I want to gush.
I respect that.
Yeah, the only time they fucking really bothers me is when they start like kneading on my fucking belly and shit, you know.
Or they kind of get you in the face a little bit.
Right? Yeah.
That was a funny one. The cat swiped in my face, and she realized immediately she made a mistake because I like grabbed her by the throat. I was like, ah.
It was at that moment she realized
She fucked up. Yeah, pretty
When
much.
keeping it real goes wrong, like Dave Chappelle. Oh, it's like he's at
Like, you
the.
forget, you may be cute, but I am huge compared to you. I will kill you.
Or reminds me they're at the board meeting and Dave Chappelle scares the one black guy and the white guy's like, "Come on, man, give us some skin." And then the guy he's like, he could have been cool, but he decided to keep it real, and he starts calling him honky and just like, "Oh, you want me to jive too?" Like, and then just loses it, and then he's
This motherfucker's a goddamn gas pumper. In
all of
New
a sudden
Jersey.
goes from his big office job to getting dollar bills and crack pipes thrown at you in a Jersey gas
I
station.
seen Dave Chappelle do a stand up about fucking Kramer. That was awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was at the Laugh Factory, and it was the same place where Kramer did his racist rant.
Hang 'em high from a tree. That whole one.
And he goes, man, I can't think of any material, and he's talking shit, and he goes, all I can think about is how Kramer was up here in this backdrop, calling everybody niggas and such. And he's like, the black dude in me wanted to be mad. I was angry. But the comedian in me was like, don't worry, Kramer, you'll get him back.
And just all you need is Jerry Seinfeld to pop up and be like, what's the deal? And they're like, oh, shit.
Dave Chappelle's a man.
Food.
Yeah.
What's the deal with food at comedy clubs where people are saying racist shit? What's the deal? So.
So you got any interesting news, Aaron?
Fuck, let's see, dude.
You're driving a lot? You're working?
You took a swipe at anybody on the road lately?
Not lately. No, fuck, I haven't been driving drunk. I stopped driving drunk.
That's good.
At least that drunk, you know.
Yeah,
you
no,
go.
I know what you mean. No, dude, I did it for years, so I totally get what you mean.
I did it for years too. Not proud of it.
Like I would I would drive I would say beyond drunk sometimes. You
Oh
know?
yeah,
Not
to the
blocked out
point
drunk,
where
you know,
you're just holding on for dear
Or
life.
like we go blind to one eye. I had that one time I
Yeah.
went blind to one eye driving.
Well, your vision's all compromised because your eyes are blurry.
Yep.
So you got to use one eye to focus hard.
Good
yeah,
times.
you know, like something like that, you know, or like you drink fucking. When you have like a 3 or 4 hour long drive and you
Yep.
just start drinking as
Yep.
soon as you start driving, but you don't stop until like
You stop.
later on that night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until you actually go home and get to bed.
There was a time where I was, it was right before I left for Oregon from Florida, and I was going to the liquor store to go pick up champagne, which was a stupid idea. It's fucking,
Nice.
it was for my brother too. He wanted it.
Okay.
But then I'm
Like,
coming.
drinking bottomless mimosas from fucking
Yeah.
Florida.
Hey, I love mimosas. Fuck off.
This Trevor's defending his mimosa love. But when I was driving out of the place, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt and I was kind of fucked up and I pulled out too quick and I flew across the cab in the truck over to the passenger
Oh,
side.
shit.
So I wasn't driving anymore, the fucking ghost truck.
Damn.
So I had to fight gravity to get back to the steering
You
wheel
had to
and
fight the
slam on
ghost?
the brake.
Damn.
And right before I slammed on the brake, I was a couple of inches from the sidewalk and there was a dude there.
Oh.
There was a dude I almost killed, bro.
Damn.
Like, I would have mowed him the fuck down.
Damn.
So, yeah, driving drunk. That shit sucks.
It is shitty.
No, it doesn't suck. It's actually very fun. And
It's very fun if there's no other cars on the road.
There's fun until until it's not. Like until you die
or
or
you kill somebody.
the cops pull you over or you just
In my sister's case, bro, she barely lived. She fucking became a disabled person. You know, she had such a bad accident. Fucking
When you say
shit'll get you.
disabled person, you mean like a paraplegic or like a retard? Or
So she fucking was in a coma for a month, and then after she got out of the coma, she had to relearn to walk and talk and all that shit. So now she walks and she talks, but you can tell like something fucking happened, you know. But
Yeah,
dude,
for
like
sure.
that shit happens sometimes, and you don't realize it until it happens. You're like, oh fuck, this is a life changing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all I gotta say is, if you're gonna drive drunk, make sure you're good at it.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. You have
Just
to be
like-
skilled.
It's just like stealing or doing anything that's legally, questionable.
You have to practice at
gotta
your
practice.
at your craft.
Folks, you're gonna do something
mean-
legal, don't get caught. That's what we're saying.
I mean, fuck, over here in California, you don't even need to be good at stealing, dude. You can steal as long as it's like worth like less than like $900 worth of shit. I don't even think you get a ticket. You might just get a ticket.
And if you're
Well, it's like if you even have a beer or two, I think you're over the legal limit. So literally, 2 beers or a glass or 2 of wine gets you over the legal limit.
yeah.
So almost no alcohol can be consumed, but everybody, for the most part, most people drink. You know,
Oh yeah,
degree.
drinking's fun.
a lot of people drink.
Except for Chris now.
Yeah, I gave it up. That was one thing I was okay with giving up.
There you go.
I went like a month without drinking, then I was like, you know what? everybody else is drinking, you know.
Yeah, and that's how it's so easy to get back into it because you feel left out a little bit.
Aaron and I were sober together for 5 months in the wilderness. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on 10 months now, man. I'm
Damn.
fucking almost at a year here soon.
Woo.
Yeah. I went a month, and then I was just like, you know, everybody else is drinking, so now I only drink on the weekends.
Yeah.
Hey, you're almost here, Chris. Good for you.
Yeah, man. Fucking A.
Real quick, do you want to talk about Chris's cannabis corner real quick? We'll talk about seed genders.
Yeah, I just had to cut down 6 plants because they were fucking males. I can't really do much with males. But I'd grown 13, so I had another 7 kind of as backups, which is going to be good. I'll have a decent amount of weed come out of them. But the cool thing is now I have a mom plant that I'm growing. So the mom plant I'll be able to cut female clones off of and kind of, I'll tear through that plant, probably kill it off, but I'll cut a bunch of clones and I'll have a ton of female plants for the next run, and that'll double the yield pretty much because I'm going to push the 10 as hard as I can.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, man. But just, you know, especially when you're getting strains from other people, just be careful of males. There's going to be an average of a couple of them per seed, so.
Especially those African ones, right?
Well, there's a lot of
Or
different...
like the dwarven poison. And
well, there's a lot of
grow
different
fast.
seeds from different regions, but it's not specific to any region. It's just kind of like a numbers game.
But
you
I do know like sativa plants are known for growing tall, quick.
Well, you can have sativa plants for specific strains that'll have more females.
Yeah.
But it happens on both sativas and indicas. You have just specific strains that make more males. The
Okay.
male gene is more dominant in that specific strain. But once you get females, you can just keep cutting clones until the female's dead pretty much. Or you can keep it alive and, you know, keep killing it slowly.
You can keep it alive and human centipede it.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Choose your bee. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We're about to wrap up here, Aaron. You want to hear us play it out, man? Trevor can grab the old banjo.
Evangelele.
All right.
And folks, I will talk about next time. I'll hopefully talk about picking out new guitar pickups for my electric guitar.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about Trevor's guitar stuff next episode. We'll go ahead and
humbuckers.
I'm trying to get some double coil, Aaron. Some Seymour Duncans, Black Winter.
There you go.
And it's for like black metal, death metal, grindcore stuff. I want to do band stuff for.
he's getting the band back together.
Yeah, I have a band practice tomorrow. Bass player I used to do black metal with.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah. Lighten the people's mood, Trevor.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good job.
That
All
one is
right.
called Drum Circles.
Okay, there you go. All right, folks. I want to thank Aaron for coming and dealing with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, fucking you Bon Jovi looking motherfuckers.
You got it, man. Anytime, bro.
Man, my
Don't-
head is still shaved, Aaron. I still shave that once a month. I couple like last week. I looked at my hair. I'm like, ooh, it's getting unruly and churlish.
Alrighty,
Off it
folks.
goes.
We'll let you go. Please like and subscribe at the Two Lonely Boys in Canoe podcast, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Later.
Peace.